This is Raise Your Weapon, and I am Pato. I am here bringing you a Google in-house game. This is Team Teemo versus Team Mundo, and what should be a really, really good game. For those of you who do not know the players, I will throw up some a little bit behind each player. Marauding Gan's usually a jungler, usually likes to play Warwick. He's going to be in the first position for Team Mundo. Highwind is going to be leading Team Teemo. Highwind is actually a player for Raise Your Weapon team in the Google in-house tournament, but is also a sub-alternate for Team Teemo. So he is going to be playing tonight. He's a little bit sick, so we're going to see how his play goes, but he's going to start out with that really strong Anivia ban. Now Rubric, another player from Team Mundo, you see on the right side in the middle there, he is basically the carry on their team, and he had just been banned, got two serious bans towards his picks. Anivia and Cassiopeia, those are the two APs he normally plays. And the other bans, Udyr, Lee Sin, those are directly aimed towards Highwind. So both teams deciding that they're going to try to ban out the other team's best player. However, Highwind pretty much impossible to ban out as far as the jungle standpoint. He does love his Udyr, he does love his Lee Sin, but he can play many other jungles. As far as AP characters, Rubric, very, very strong AP player. I mean, I know as myself as an AP player, you can't ban me out. I just play too many AP characters because I play all of them. I have all of them. There's going to be a third ban of Morgana. So stomping on the three possible picks for Rubric, it's going to be interesting to see who he picks. I think he could easily go with a Brand, or I mean, I actually really like a Xerath or a Ryze. Ryze especially. Ryze is my new hotness, my new love. I would love to see a Ryze. Looks like I was going to pick a Caitlyn. Graves ban, I don't know where the Graves ban is necessarily targeted towards, but some people don't like to play against Graves, so that's how it's going to work. I was going to pick Caitlyn. Caitlyn's a very strong AD carry. He's obviously not going to play Caitlyn. He's going to pass it off to one of his teammates. Marauding Gan's going to go Trundle. I really like the Trundle pick. Very good anti-AD character. Very strong jungle. That pillar slow lasts forever. Very, very strong. Cascan going to play Ashe. Actually, Cascan's normally their AD character. Their AD carry. Sometimes they switch it up. Depends on how the picks come down, but Catscan loves to play that. OMG Bear, looks like we got a Nocturne pick. So Nocturne might be the jungle. I know Highwind does like to play Nocturne. I love to play Nocturne. He has a really quick jungle. And that ult is amazing. Great control over the map. And in this type of game, ooh, Rubric gonna go LeBlanc. I like this pick. Although he's probably gonna be against Malzahar, but I still like this pick. It's a very aggressive AP mid. It's one of those characters that if you are better than your opponent at playing a lane and you get that little bit ahead, it's really, really hard to not let it snowball, and she will snowball. However, if you play safe and you do stop the early advantage of LeBlanc, then you're actually going to have a huge advantage going into late game, so she doesn't have that much power. And J-Bok switching up, J-Bok normally on Malphite Mordekaiser player is actually going to play Cho'Gath top. I love Cho'Gath, great sustain. Loves the nom nom nom. Pretty easy sustain top solo character, very strong. And meanwhile, over for Teemo, they did pick Malzahar. Malzahar really strong AP mid. A lot of people don't really know how to play him very well. He's kind of difficult because you have to stack everything and you have to land the ult and have him there. And in team fights, it's very tough because while you're ulting, you're basically a sitting duck. You're just staying there ulting. Now with the advent of Cleanse, QSS, it's really easy to try to get out of that really quickly. But it's cool because the percentage damage, so it's really devastating against tanky heroes, and especially late game. It'll just drain you so fast if you stay over for any amount of time. So Malzahar, really good pick. Mokabite from Team Raise Your Weapon plays really amazing. Malzahar usually plays in game 1 and then he gets insta-banned game 2. And we're going to see a Nasus. I love the Nasus top. Really good sustain. He just farms up that Q, and late game he's so hard to deal with. He can push really hard against turrets with that siphoning strike, because it does work against turrets. And we do have also a Soraka pick for support. Soraka, very strong. Really great sustain. Although I would like to see a team heal with Soraka. It seems redundant, but team heal and support is so strong right now after the buff. Team heal in general is just really strong. And we're going to see like this support pick. So, good team. I like these teams. I'm really interested to see what Rubric does, because Rubric, Team Mundo, a lot of their wins kind of sit on the back of Rubric. He's their best farmer, their best mechanical player. So it's going to be interesting to see how well he does if Team Teemo can shut him down. And Team Highwind's going to probably Team Teemo is probably going to do their best with Highwind, trying to call their game strat plan and keep these guys in line and help these guys get some wins. Now, if you don't know the way the brackets work right now, Raise Your Weapon has actually won 4 of their 5 round robin matches they have to play. Pretty much everyone else has lost 2 games. So Team Teemo has only lost 1 game so far against Raise Your Weapon. Otherwise, they probably have the best shot to try to come in and maybe tie up and go to a playoff game against Raise Your Weapon. So it will be really interesting to see if they can keep on a winning streak, especially with Highwind helping them out, and see if something exciting might happen down the line for this tournament. So we are at the 3-minute break. So both these teams pretty good. I like to see teleports on both teams. We got 2 teleports. So all the top solos have teleports. Check. Good. Actually, I do see the team heal. Soraka did switch the team heal. Maybe Highwind yelled at him. Maybe he heard on the stream. Maybe you are the one listener. We're but yeah. So switching over there, I like that. After that, we have a couple things coming up for Raise Your Weapon that are pretty exciting. This weekend, we are actually going to have a huge LAN tournament that we're helping throw, along with Game Breakers LAN Center down in Auburn. We have talked to a bunch of the teams in Washington, and we will have, in my opinion, probably the best teams in Washington right now are going to be at this tournament. So if you want to go see how good you are, or if you want to go see some of the best little players that are in Washington State, if you're around, or maybe you're from somewhere else and you want to see how good these players are, jump onto our stream. It'll be on Twitch TV. If you go to our website, RaiseYourWeapon.com, it's not up yet, but we do have all our social media sites buttons there, and we do have a link, a Game Breakers LAN Center button that if you click on that, it'll take you to the Facebook event page, and you can sign up or check it out. But it will be 5v5, double elimination Summoner's Rift. We will be casting pretty much every game. We will have replays. We'll probably recast those ones as well. So there'll be a lot of content for this tournament. Every game will be covered. And really, really top-tier players. One of the teams is going to be the team that won PAX the past two years. So they're going to be good. The team that won Intel LANFest is probably going to be there. So they're going to be good. And we have a couple University of Washington Purple Caster Minion teams, which you don't know who they are. They are a University of Washington League of Legends group that has over 300 people, and they support tournaments, and they have teams and players everywhere at all the tournaments, and some really high-level players. So it's going to be really, really exciting. And so yeah, 44 seconds left. I love all the hate for Rubric. I love how they literally just focused him down, but I seriously think that if this LeBlanc starts to take off, it could be a lot of trouble. Because, Highwind can try to game manage, but, he can't control everybody on his team. He's one person. Team Teemo does have good players, though, although a lot of times when I've seen them play, they've had lots of subs because players haven't been available. So it'll be interesting to see going forward how good their full lineup is with a Highwind thrown in. Because he can try to game manage, but there's only so much you can do in a game, and if LeBlanc gets carried away, there's not a lot Highwind can do except for, say, run away or something. So we're going to wait for the game to load up. All right, and we are live. So it's time to get this started. That is actually a really cool Ash skin. Maybe they reworked their art, or is that no? That must be one of the new Ash skins. Really, really love it. We got the Karma. I really like this team. It's Karma, LeBlanc, usually characters you don't see a lot. Trundle. He is really popular at high elos with good players, but he's not flashy, so you don't see him at the lower elos. And that's actually an awesome Malzahar skin. And we're going to fly to the bottom right screen because I'm not holding onto my mouse right now because I'm awesome like that. And Highwind with his cool little the Halloween skin, the Ghost Nocturne. So we're going to see Highland's going to start out Cloth Armor and 5 pots. That's a really an old schoolish kind of build. I kind of would almost like to see Vampire Scepter more, because I mean that's what I run to do quick the fast 5 build or fast 5 runs where you would just do little camps really quickly and then go back. But I mean that's all changed because the jungle's changed. But Vampire Scepter, if you're aggressive, can really let you mow through those creeps really really fast and get around the jungle. And you're sustained because all the little creeps now, like the big Wraith and the big golems, have health buffs now for you. That'll give you a little bit of health back while you're jungling. And Nocturne's already going to have the passive lifesteal, plus he's going to have if you have a Vampire Scepter, it's a lot of lifesteal. So far, nothing too crazy. I see. It looks like there's going to be a lot of regrowth into gold per 5 item action here. Which is a really efficient item, gives you great bang for your buck. You actually are making money when you combine it. You are making money. All the other gold per 10 items, you actually have to pay. You have to wait a while for it to pay itself back, and then you start actually making money.
Minions
but in this case, you make money right away because the item's so efficient to build. Good old Philosopher's Stone. So we have double Doran's rings. The support looks like she went Doran's ring. It's cute. Trundle's looks deciding he's probably going to start red. That's going to be a lot of slow out of the jungle. With Blanc doing a nice pull for her. And it looks like Nocturne's going to start red as well. Early, really strong ganks. Nocturne can just do that so fast. So he's already level 2, already has his red. Trundle's a little bit farther behind. He's not quite as fast. Didn't have quite as good of a pull. And Nocturne's just going to clear this out and probably try to sneak a gank on bot. Or he might just keep his jungle. Now this, I actually really like, hey, he's got the right Nasus skin. I do approve. That is an awesome skin. But this is just kind of one of those sustained matchups, and really what both players need to do, especially Nasus, he just needs to farm that siphoning strike, and that's all he should do. He should just basically AFK farm the siphoning strike. You don't really have to harass Cho'Gath. You guys are pretty much just going to bounce off of each other. Farm your siphoning strike, get your farm. Maybe harass him a little bit if he's scared. If you notice he's scared when you in your exchanges, and just play it that way. But just farm your siphoning strike because that's your #1 goal. Farm siphoning strike, get a Triforce, and then late game just be so hard to deal with. And bottom lane is a pretty good matchup. Zicario, he is their support character, support player. Usually he's been playing. He's been kind of like one of those like newer players. So he's been playing Karthus or something that, you know, normally is not your typical support bottom. But now what he's actually doing is he's actually playing an actual support hero. Now, not a common one, but still a support hero. So we actually have a support hero down bottom instead of the weird lanes that we've ended up with. Now Trundle has both buffs, and so does Nocturne. Nocturne heading for top. Top is a better gank. Top is pushed way forward with that creep wave. Now Nasus is really low. There's been some great pressure on him. And there's the slow. Nasus is just going to hold him in, gain his attention long enough. There's the red buff. There's the fear. Cho'Gath is definitely going to go down unless he has a really good... Oh, wow. They really bad chase, actually. There's the flash by Highwind. Highwind really wants this kill. He has the red buff slow. Oh, he didn't have the red buff slow. Apparently that attack missed. And he's actually going to escape. That should have been a for sure kill. But they didn't chase very well after the fear. Got juked by their own bushes. And now mid, LeBlanc sitting at 21 creep stats against Malzahar's 12. That's actually really good. Malzahar, really great AFK farmer hero, putting a lot of damage onto her with that dot. And she's going to come in a little bit, do her little burst combo. It's really hard to deal with because her dash automatically gives her an out. So she can harass really well. The key here is going to be, can she get enough farm and try to get some kills on Malzahar? Because if she can kill Malzahar, it's going to be really rough lane. And he's actually going to need a lot of help to try to get through this. OMG Bear, pretty good player. And it looks like bottom's getting really zoned out here. Maybe Zicario already went back? Or something. Caitlyn landing those cupcake traps all day. Zicario eating them, doesn't care. Looks like Trundle coming up top, trying to support this. Nocturne, Highwind known to be very patient in bushes. Ooh, sees a little chance there to put a little damage on. Wants to go in. Cho'Gath really, really low here. Needs to get some kills to get some of that health back. Cho'Gath, I mean, that's the danger of starting a Doran's Ring. I mean, it doesn't really build into anything. Oh, he's Highwind tried to sneak up, trying to harass. Now, the problem with the Doran's Ring, it doesn't really build anything, and you don't have any sustain. So by going Doran's Ring, you're basically forfeiting all your sustain. Highwind really wants to be annoying here. I think he's going to hold back. He is going to hold back. But the problem with Doran's Ring is normally you want to go like Cloth Armor 5 pots, and that way there's no way anybody's ever going to get you out of lane. They can try to harass you all you want, but as Cho'Gath, they're never going to get you out of lane. That lets you get your farm, and then once you get your farm, then you just be big fat Cho'Gath. He's going to blow his teleport here to get back. Now that teleport's going to be down, so in a couple of minutes when Dragon becomes viable, Team Mundo will not have their teleport to come down and try to help, but Nasus will, so they will actually have the Dragon control until that teleport comes back up on Cho'Gath, and we can take a look at that, keep an eye on it for you. And they actually saw Highwind was in the jungle, and LeBlanc is in hot pursuit, although she's going to have a tough time catching him. And, you know, Nocturne actually has all the... Oh, misses that Rupture. Trying to put a lot of damage. If they would have kept chasing, they might have had Highwind. Highwind in a lot of danger here. He's going to use his Q to get out of danger, get a little bit of speed buff there, and try to get some health back on these minions, maybe with his passive sweep. There it is. He might be up for back pretty soon. Malzahar already went back. Malzahizzi sitting at 21, LeBlanc at 35, so she does have that little advantage there. Malzahar went back, finished his Philosopher's Stone, which, like, we was pretty much thought he would, and he did pick up some boots and some more health pots to try to sustain against that LeBlanc harass. Very, very strong strat. And meanwhile, bottom, let's look at Caitlyn 48 and Ashe is at 20, so over double. This bottom lane, Elite Rooster is really, really tearing apart this bottom lane. This combo right here, combined with Soraka and Caitlyn, is really hard to deal with. Caitlyn, one of the strongest laners as an AD carry, and looks like they're heading up towards Dragon or mid. Maybe they're just going to play some wards and some traps. Yeah, that's what they're going to do. Very, very smart. Starting the warding action. I'd might like to see one right there. We're going to see a forward ward. Nope. Soraka's not going to grace us with a forward ward. They're just going to say, Dragon's enough. I'm good. But I really do like covering these jungle entrances. Maybe put the cupcake up here instead of down here, because this ward will give you vision here, but the cupcake would catch someone running through there. That's probably what I would do instead. That way you can catch anybody trying to get through those jungles. And yeah, I mean, right now, LeBlanc going in onto Malzahar and dashing right back out. And there you go. Half of Malzahar's health is gone. Now he's going to start chugging some pots to try to get some health back. And LeBlanc is no worse for the wear, just gets to hop in, do all of her damage, and back out. Cho'Gath being really aggressive top still. Nasus at 36 farm, and we have Cho'Gath at 38, so they're pretty even. Now let's look at Nasus' Siphoning Strike. Where are we at now? We're at 60, so he has about 30 kills with that Siphoning Strike. I mean, that's not bad at this early in the game, so he's actually doing a decent job. You really want to get it up over 200. You want to get as high as you can. Just constantly get as much as you can. And you see, it's the common strategy now is you up the Siphoning Strikes to get that burst damage. It's easier last hit. And it used to be popular to do Spirit Fire, as you see here. And Spirit Fire has been buffed. It does more damage up front now. And it is really good in team fights because it does reduce armor. And there's the Caitlyn ult, and it does pick up the first blood against Ashe. Oh my gosh, Karma, a little bit of sleep there. Ashe, a little bit of sleep, not running to Karma fast enough if she's going to not react in time. And Elite Rooster picking up a really elite kill outside that turret range. I can't believe that actually happened. Yeah, a little bit of falling asleep by both players down bottom, and or not communicating properly. And now they're going to collapse on Dragon probably. Trundle's heading in. Looks like Nocturne's going to ult onto middle. He's not going to get a kill onto LeBlanc. He does have the correct one, though, but he's not going to get a pick. But now she might head back. This might be enough to force her back, and I would think that a Baron might be coming. Trundle was able to get down that ward. Ashe is back in, so maybe not at this point. Maybe they don't want to press that advantage. Karma is level 6. Ashe still away from that critical level 6 when she can start really being aggressive and actually turn this lane around. But Caitlyn already level 7. You know what? Highwind sees the opportunity. He loves to get his dragons, loves to get his buff. Trundle's heading in now. They do see this. LeBlanc is heading in. No reaction from bot yet. They're a little bit behind. Highwind taking a lot of damage. They're not going to be able to hold this. If they push them out of this, they might be able to steal this right now. Trundle does have his smite. I do believe he does have his smite, so there's the Ash Arrow. Hits the critical level 6. All the damage onto Malzahar. Malzahar is going to go down. Highwind's got to run. He's going to throw up his spell shield a little bit early. Tries to throw down a defensive fear. Now they should Dragon right now if they can. Dragon will. Ooh, that's not a good place to blue pill, but LeBlanc is really strong. Misses that shackle. If she would have hit that shackle, Highwind would have been in a lot of trouble. Highwind flashes out, a little bit panicky there. If he noticed he missed the shackle chain, then he probably would have known he's safe. Trundle is going to start this. They do not have vision here, so this is not being seen. They might have a pretty good idea, but Highwind cannot support. Caitlyn's really low on mana, and so we're going to see the first Dragon go to Team Mundo easy here. Trundle's going to pull it out. It gets pulled. Dragon's going to switch focus. They should be good. Meanwhile, top just keeps trading back and forth. Cho'Gath with 1 feast stack so far is going to wait on those cooldowns. The one thing I like playing Cho'Gath top when you are this blue side because you have access to blue. If you can be donated blue, you get those feasts up really quick and become really big, really quick, and really hard to deal with in lane. Basically unkillable. And he's already kind of getting to that point now. He's going to take some turret shots. He doesn't really care. He can harass Nasus way more than Nasus can harass him. And Nasus really, his job is just to Siphon Strike at this point. Caitlyn looks like she's going to go back. Caitlyn sitting at 76 CS while Ashe is merely at 32. With a death and assist to show for it all. And what is Caitlyn going to buy first? He's going to buy BF Sword right away and buy that Pink Ward. Pink Ward is really, really strong. I love Pink Ward play. If you can, spare the extra change to get a Pink Ward. Put him at key areas like this Dragon. You know there's always going to be a ward here. You can pick up this ward. Even bottom, like right in this edge of this bush right here, you can control bottom. Up top, especially right there where that ward is. We saw an Ash Arrow come down, and it does pick off Soraka. Great gank move right there. While I was trying to show ward locations, there was a sweet, sweet coordinated kill right there onto Soraka. I love that play. LeBlanc sneaking down, didn't call the MIA. Didn't see it because they know they have ward control there. And great Ash Arrow to follow that up. LeBlanc's damage is going to get insane really, really quickly. And she went Sorcerer's Shoes, Triple Doran's Ring. That gives her a lot of early health, some decent AP, and with those Sorcerer's Shoes, that magic penetration is going to make her hurt really, really hard. And is she still out farming Malzahar? That is the question. 66 to 41. Yes, she is by 20, which is basically a kill advantage on her lane. So she has about a kill advantage on Malzahar. Malzahar, one of the better laning farmers. So that is actually really, really impressive. Rubric living up to his carry potential and his strong skills. And I think they may have unlocked a monster now. They might have to be thinking about banning LeBlanc if this game ends up being the way it looks like it might turn out here. Although Elite Rooster is the better fed AD carry at this point, which AD carries matter later in the game. And Team Teemo does have this Nasus, which is looping around, and he might be in a little bit of trouble here if he takes too much minion aggro. Now, the minions were recently nerfed in a recent patch. He's going to pop his flash to try to get away there. A little bit of panic. He probably would have been fine without that flash. Although, you got to be scared of that feast, which is up for Cho'Gath. Can do a lot of damage really, really quickly, but at the same time, Nasus can use his ult defensively as well to negate that. And become really scary in the process. And look at that burst damage. 2 spells, lands the chain. This might be it. I think he might go down. Do we have an ignite or anything else? Ooh, so close. So close. Now, I do believe LeBlanc did take Team Heal instead of Ignite, so she's not going to be as aggressive. If she had Ignite there, that would have been another kill. Easy, but she has Team Heal, kind of as a more defensive LeBlanc. And we have Highwind sneaking up. He does like this play. He does like to sneak in the jungle, although he cannot cross here. If he crosses here, that is a mistake. And the problem is that Soraka's in this bush, so they do not want to move up on them, and this lane is pushing. So maybe he'll move closer to the tower, but I don't know if this is necessarily the best play at this point. And we do see a Trundle coming down. He does not know that Nocturne is here, so he's going to come in on a triple team. He's going to back out really quickly. Highwind's trap is gone. He's going to back out. Ooh, and a teleport down. Highwind sees this. I don't know what he's thinking. Cho'Gath. Ooh, Ash Arrow barely missing. It would have been Spell Shield. Would have been great reaction. Bad targeting by Team Mundo right there. Not the best play. Great, cute idea, but not the best play. Cho'Gath is going to blue pill back. He has wasted his teleport, so he's not going to be able to get top very quickly anymore either. Cho'Gath's sitting at 86 farm while Nasus is 88, so they're still hanging in there. Now, Nasus's farm, and we can see how good he is. 150. So he has that puts him at around 75 minion kills, I believe. So at 75 minion kills, because he gets 2 per strike. Oh, sorry, 3 damage. So never mind. So that does not put him at, because that would have been really impressive actually if like almost all his kills were siphoning strikes. So that's not so his siphoning strike per farm is still pretty decent, but not amazing. But he is up there. He already has his 150 bonus damage, so he's doing his job. Just needs to keep farming that up. And let's see what he's building. I don't know what he's building into. We're going to see in a second after he blue pills. LeBlanc hasn't bought anything yet. He went up to try to talk to top. Hyblin's going to sneak around here. He doesn't know that he's there. Going to put slow on. Soraka's not going to be able to give him a lot of support here in this fight. But Trundle's actually in a lot of trouble. He thinks he can fight this out. He's in his own jungle, but he's actually going to get all the ults onto him. He's going to go down. Highwind taking a lot of burst damage, but he doesn't really care about that. Ash, this is a bad. They're very, very. Mundo is very, very split. Highwind really, really aggressive here. Wow, picks up that kill. Really great commit actually by Highwind right there. And the rest of the team backing off. I mean, they were just a little too hesitant there, a little slow to react bottom. I don't know what the communication's like. I don't know if everybody's on voice chat or not. And that teleport is gone, so couldn't do that. Looks like he took a lot of damage after coming top in some exchange with Nasus. Very, very interesting. And it looks like Team Teemo is going to focus down this mid turret here, putting tons and tons of damage onto this turret. This turret will go down. So this will mean Team Teemo will get the first turret of the game if they decide to keep pushing this. It's so close. Go, minions, go. Trundle throws up his slow wall in defense. I don't think that's going to save it, Trundle. Sorry, buddy. And that will end the mid turret, and that will be the first turret of the game down for Team Teemo. And Team Teemo has about a 2K lead at this point, so this game's still very close, almost 18 minutes in now. And some good warding going on, and Highwind again calling for a dragon, and they're it's gonna get collapsed on again. However, bottom lane is pushed back, so LeBlanc cannot defend this or take this on all by herself. Malzahar's ult is down. Trundle is there, but I mean they don't have the teleport from Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath's on foot, he's running, but they're definitely not gonna stop this dragon from going down. Trying to put the burst damage on. LeBlanc can't do it by herself though. Great getting caught by the trap. There's the clone, distracting right there. There's quick dash away, smart move by Rubric, and they're going to back out here. But great dragon pickup, and now we're looking at about a 3K lead now for Team Teemo just off of picking up that dragon right there. So that's how you get ahead. That's how you win games. Cho'Gath running away a little bit here, gets his rupture. I mean, these two really, they're just going to bounce off each other all the time. Looks like Cho'Gath might have went down and killed Nasus's ward. That's what I'm talking about, that pink ward play. You want to put pink wards in the top brush. Add dragon, get control of those wards. You know there's going to be wards there. They're hot spots. Eventually, add Baron is a good choice, but by that point, your support should have an oracles. It is far enough along in the game, about 20 minutes in, that we might see an oracle. Nasus has a pink, so he knows the ward's up top, so he can actually kill that ward if he wants to. Place his own ward. He can do so, although that ward is gone. Trundle getting really aggressive up top. And did Trundle pop? Yeah, Trundle popped a ghost and running in there. I don't know if he popped that before or what he was doing, but pops a little prematurely there. They're going to feed Malzahar. Oh, Highwind's going to steal the blue. Ooh, push stop, Highwind. Push stop and you won't swing. That happens a lot with jungles. My teammates do it all the time to me. I get really, really sad when I play AP. It's okay. It happens. Highwind just wants that quicker ult. He just wants that quicker ult cooldown. It's okay. It's okay. He's important. He's a big deal. He's a big deal. He calls the shots around Team Teemo, so you know he can take whatever he wants. It was part of his plan. That's what I'll say. Ooh, Cho'Gath's gonna. Oh, didn't see that. Suspected it, and then just walked right into it. Now there's gonna be a lot of trouble. Just here comes the siphoning strike. Bam! There's all his life gone, and Cho'Gath is gonna be picked off for being a lit. I mean, you can rupture, but that doesn't mean people have to move, and he just walks into a 3-man. Too many people missing there. LeBlanc is spotted, so she's actually going to do a really great job there. Although, yeah, and Highwind does have good dash away, get out of that fear. Very, very smart, actually. Highwind does have that spell shield there to block out. Now, Nasus is going in here, but the rest of his team is not backing up. He's taking a ton of damage from that turret. Aim's going to get stopped by that shackle, but I don't think he's going to get a kill. It's very smart team heal. Highwind way too aggressive taking turret shots, but he loves to take those turret shots. Middle, we got a push by Team Teemo, but up top is the action. A lot of pushes now. Oh, puts tons of damage. Highwind might be done, and the shackle does get picked off. There's the doppelganger. We do have a teleport coming top. That should be Cho'Gath, yes. So Cho'Gath's going to come in. There's red. Oh, the arrow just barely hits based off that red slow, and there's going to be the chain, and now LeBlanc is really going to start to run away. She has starting to get her kills. Starting to pick up. She has that needlessly big rod, and she might start to get enough money to get that Rabadon's Death Cape. And once she has that with those boots, oh, look out. She's going to do so much damage. She's going to be able to basically combo anybody on the opposing team and kill them right away. So they're going to put a lot of damage onto this top turret. That pull us down. It does suck a lot of health. Anybody under that needs to be really, really careful. Malzahar actually is a pretty good defender for turrets. And if they really wanted to focus it down this next wave, they might be able to do it, but it might be their time might be better spent backing off, because Nocturne is already up. Nocturne does not have his ult. His ult has a couple more seconds left. We got double ward in the tri-bush up here. Very hotly contested. And they're just going to back off from this turret here. Shop, LeBlanc. What does LeBlanc have? LeBlanc has the other part. She almost has the Rabadon's Death Cape. One Death Cap. Once she has that, look out. Let's go to the rest of the farm. So 157 from Kate. She is the highest farm character. She's the AD. So she's Elite Rooster's doing a really, really good job. I mean, that's what he has to do to give Team Teemo an advantage. He's going to be really effective in these team fights if he is not focused down. However, I have a feeling that Team Mundo will be smart and they will put a lot of focus onto him, because he is going to be the carry for the opposing team. Malzahar is pretty far behind. I mean, not farm-wise, but kill-wise and LeBlanc-wise. I mean, if they can catch Kate, and LeBlanc is allowed to put any sort of oh, this is a lot of trouble. LeBlanc coming up from the bottom. If they're allowed to catch, oh, that arrow does hit. Now LeBlanc should put all her damage onto Malzahar. Should have done it right away, but was a little bit late. Malzahar's going to come back, doesn't know who to target. He's going to back out. Tons of damage, but I mean, ultimately the heals from Soraka able to put anybody on that team back up to full. Meanwhile, Highwind is split pushing bottom. Probably called this strat, and he's gonna point it out to me later probably. But he is, I imagine he's going to get bottom turret. Trundle's running really, really quickly, but Nocturne is a really, really good pusher. Does he have a Ghost Blade? He doesn't have his Ghost Blade yet. If he has Ghost Blade, he might be able to put a little bit more damage. So we actually have a split push going on both sides. LeBlanc really low on mana, though. Oh, never mind. She has blue, so she has all the mana in the world. Never mind. I have no idea what I was talking about. That was Ashe. Ashe doesn't have a lot of mana, and her arrow is down. Now, when that arrow hit, LeBlanc had to throw all her spells right away. And, whoa, Soraka almost dying for one combo. That is how scary LeBlanc is. And, you know, if he would have thrown that really quickly at Malzahar, he actually would have a good chance. Now, one thing to look at is the magic resist. Now, it looks like Highwind wants some food, but Trundle's too tanky. Now, one thing to look at Team Teemo is where is the magic resist now? So Malzahar actually has his Mercury Treads, which is smart. That gives you magic resist, lowers the CC down. That's not bad, but he has some magic resist. That's good. Highwind is really smartly bought a Negatron Cloak, so he has that. LeBlanc picking up another kill on sneaking up from the bottom, has enough health, running away, misses that shackle. That shackle might be the doom of her if Nats decides to stick in, but he probably would give up his life for that. So he's going to smartly back out. Now LeBlanc, and that's what she does. She's going to easily be coming in, and even picking up Soraka, a key character that has all that heal for that team fight, is going to be really, really strong. Now Highwind suspected this. He's going to see the dragon is going down. Now he does have ult, so he might save it, but he's not going to save. He's going to run in, say, "Get out of here! This is my dragon." And they can easily take this, especially with Caitlyn. It's a lot of damage. Now, but one thing, that, like I was saying earlier, so if you look at their team, Highwind really smart, has a Negatron Cloak. Mercury Treads on Malzahar, but what you really should be doing against this team with LeBlanc is you should be getting... this is the part of League of Legends where you have to learn where you become an okay player to be a really good player, is you can't build the same build that you build every time. And that's what a lot of players do. They're comfortable. You win the game, you figure, like, oh, that build was right. And maybe you weren't calculating all the factors, but when you play against a LeBlanc, you have to think, I need magic resist, because that's the carry, that's the really scary burst character right now. So I would suggest everybody on my team to grab a Negatron Cloak, and you would not believe how much damage you will pull out of the burst potential of LeBlanc if everybody just simply gets a Negatron Cloak. Or if, let's say, everybody gets a Negatron Cloak and Nasus picks up, which is very common, picks up an Aegis of Legion, so you have that MR stacked on top of that, and before you know it, you're cutting down LeBlanc's damage in half sometimes, and I mean that takes a big chunk out of her burst potential, protects the rest of your team, especially with the Soraka heal on top of that. You're going to render LeBlanc ineffective. And so by not getting the MR, ignoring the MR until later when they're probably going to get Banshee's Veils, which is pretty much common. People are like, oh, I need Magic Resist now because I've built my first few items. I'm going to get my Banshee's Veil now. Get the Magic Resist early and negate LeBlanc's early game advantage, because that's where her advantage is, early game. So get the early. I mean, if you're going to build, everybody's going to build a Banshee's Veil early. Might as well do it. And these minions might get top turret here. And it looks like top turret is going to be saved. But like I was saying, smart things like that. Think about working that into your play. Get early MR. You would not believe how much it takes away the damage potential early game of a lot of AP characters. And sure, you slow down your build a lot, but if you're good at farming, you can still keep up with your farm, and then you can just have that early defensive bonus and carry that out, especially if you're a top solo character like a Nasus. Like, he doesn't, I mean, you don't need your damage item, or you're going to be AFK farming top anyways and farming your Siphoning Strike. So, grab an early Negatron Cloak and go at it. And Highwind already has his Banshee's Veil, See, I mean, that's the smart build. So Highwind right there, he had his Brutalizer. He could have went, all right, I want to get Ghostblade because I want the sexy damage and speed boost, right? But instead, he's like, no, I need to get a Banshee's Veil because I have to deal with LeBlanc. And what Highwind's going to do, I guarantee you, is he's going to focus all his damage on LeBlanc. And there's the stun, there's the burst potential. The cleanse out, missed the shackle. The shackle misses by Rubric. I mean, those have been the killer for him. Meanwhile, Soraka there with the heals to protect Caitlyn. No, just need a little bit more backup there, but good cleanse reaction by Elite Rooster. Nocturne getting really in here. Ashe trying to bait out that. Where's the arrow? Ooh, gets feared. Now the dot's down. They're going to pick up a second kill onto Karma. This little gank squad down here really paying off. And all the burst potential was left up top is gone, and I'm really liking Team Teemo at this point. They got the pink ward. They know Baron is not warded at this point. They could maybe sneak into Baron here. Just 27 minutes in. That is kind of late. It looks like they're thinking about pushing mid, and they are going to push mid hard here, but they could easily do a Baron if they wanted to. And they do see this great warding. Now Caitlyn takes all that damage out front, but it's not going to be enough to kill her, not enough backup. There's the snipe, a little bit short on the damage, but they did do their job. They got her backed off. If they want to push this really, really hard, they can. Will they do it, though? They're not worth it. They don't have anybody to tank. They have a minion to tank, but let's see here. All right, now we're going to push in really aggressively here. There's a slow. They shouldn't care about this. They should just be, all the ranged characters should be putting damage on the turret, but they're not. Don't be afraid here. I mean, Trundle's not going to kill you if you're 4 of you. If anything, he would overcommit into you, and you could all just turn and kill him. So right there, what you need to do is just have everybody that has a ranged attack just put damage onto the turret and just not attack your opponent. And a really smart flash with the shackle. Oh, they catch. This is their chance to catch Caitlyn right there, and they will pick her up there. Very, very nice arrow. Very great follow-up by Team Mundo, and now they have the advantage because the team AD carry is down on the other team. And so now they, it's all up to them. What do they want to do with this? Now it's going to be interesting to see what they necessarily choose. No one has war control on Baron. Nasus is split pushing bot, so it would be it looks like a 3v3 mid. LeBlanc went back. I guess finishing that cap. Nasus is going to go back. So they're just going to take that kill, and looks like they're not going to do much with it. Maybe they'll go get some buffs on their side or whatever. I was really hoping for something aside. I'm sure you can hear it in my voice. But moving forward, another pink warded Baron. Very, very smart. Very, very smart play. Good hawk shot. Spots Highwind in the jungle. Common spot for a Nocturne to sit. He has great range with his ult. Good pop-up by Cho'Gath. Little risky if they collapse on him or he gets caught. A lot of Team Mundo is down here at blue, so if either one of those get jumped onto, I mean, Ashe has had no turret behind her. Could easily got picked off. I actually really dig this new Ashe skin, I must admit. Apparently I can't zoom in if I'm camera locked onto a character. Just found that out. Go figure. And there it is. Highwind called the Baron. They have no ward. They saw it. And I expected this a little bit earlier, but they're going to do it now. Now that they have Caitlyn's DPS. And here comes the Baron. And here comes probably the hopes and dreams of Team Mundo, actually. Because now the gold disadvantage is at 7k. That's the route. I mean, that's about when the items and the levels usually start. You can, at this point in the game, you can usually tell that they're starting to pull away. The kills are even, but the gold is not. And Cho'Gath is going to get picked off here. They do not have this turret kill. This turret has like no damage onto it, but they can still easily dive this with all that damage and kill. Especially with Baron buff, they're going to get all their health back. They can just focus down this turret if they want. And yeah, this is going to be really, really tough going now for Team Mundo. They have to turtle and then just play really, really smart. Can't get caught out. Have to put up some wards. Now, there's not an Oracle on Soraka. Soraka had an Oracle. This could be a really, really tough situation. And they're going in here, but they really shouldn't because they're focusing Nasus, who's way too tanky, and they have Baron buff. I mean, Nasus is at full health still. He doesn't even care. He doesn't even care what you just did, Cascan. He doesn't care about your Ash arrows. And Cho'Gath actually pretty good farm, 187. I'm actually pretty impressed with that farm. He has been doing a lot of AFK. Catscan backing off. A lot of tanking going on by, oh, great collapse. See, you know, they waited for LeBlanc to go in. LeBlanc went in without team support, and they just ate her alive right when she showed up there. Wow, great escape by Trundle. That was really, really close. And I mean, a lot of great escapes, but at this point, oh, Cho'Gath. Oh, bad teleport. Bad teleport. He's going to be in, oh, J-Bok, do some juke moves. Your turret won't save you. Basically, I mean, really, bad Ash Arrow, too. I mean, that Ash Arrow is not going to get you anything at this point. It's not going to save your teammate. It's going to maybe slow him down like a second from running down your turret, but this turret's going to go down, too. It's just got to back off to your base. Got to back off to your base. Try to turtle up here and wait out this Baron buff, because right now you're down about 10k. 10k gold advantage. Team Teemo looking really, 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 really good. And I think, you know, the LeBlanc experiment, good idea. You see the burst potential there. Picks up Highwind. Highwind's probably like, at this point, like, I don't care. I called the Baron, and now we're winning. And that's probably what he's thinking right now. But probably a little bit salty that just died there by the stupid LeBlanc burst damage. But who cares? Probably yelling at Soraka, why didn't you heal me with your 7 heals? But whatever, you're winning the game by 10k. And I mean, that's really how you win the game, is the team gold advantage. I mean, you saw the kills were even, but those buff control, the dragons, the barons, just the overall farm stats, that's how you win League of Legends games. Contrary to popular belief, it's not entirely, I mean, maybe at the highest level, when everybody's equal farm, then yes, it is kind of about, there's some character comps for team fights. But really, those team fight comps are based on the fact that you want to win team fights so that you can win Baron and Dragons. And, I mean, gold and items is how you separate yourself, and levels is how you separate yourself in the game. But levels is finite, because levels, everybody hits 18, then they're 18, and everybody's on the same playing field. Now, early game, it makes a big difference. Ooh, getting caught here. Lots of damage from Caitlyn. Trundle's trying to back off. He does have a lot of tankiness. Oh, man, Karma going in, just getting eaten alive, eating some. And Highwind's going to cruise missile in there, focusing in on another tanky target. Ash can be caught out of position. She's going to go down. Trundle's still in trouble here. Just barely going to escape. Trundle with some rotting Gans. Rotting Gans, great escapes. J-Rock sacrificing the body, trying to take one for the team. LeBlanc in a lot of trouble. There's too much damage output here. Elite Rooster's really done a great job just farming his AD farm and, you know, getting the items you need to do to be that effective character. Nasus right now, let's look at his Siphoning Strike. His Siphoning Strike's at 309. I mean, that's good. He's up around that 100 kill mark for Siphoning Strikes. So, I mean, he did his job. I mean, you know, Team Teemo, they did their job. I mean, and then they had Highwind there to kind of coordinate their Baron and their Dragon. So, I mean, just superior play from that point of view. And, you know, Highwind's going to go split push now. Soraka's going to come up, provide some more heals. They do have this turret down. I imagine they will maybe go get buffs, and they can 5-man down the mid and Hib if they want at any point. Or they can wait for the next Baron. Looks like they're going to rotate bottom and pick up this turret too. They can if they want to. They just have to have anybody tank it. They're going to steal blue buff, which is a very smart move at this point. Just starve your opponents out, get those buffs, control those buffs. You'll pick up another dragon here, just put themselves farther and farther ahead. And, you know, Team Mundo collapsing on this, but it's too late. I mean, they have the ward, but it's too late. Now, Baron is down. Now, Nasa's turning on. This is not a good idea. Now, Nocturne is going to push top. So there comes the Ash Arrow in. A lot of focus going in onto Soraka. Soraka's going to go down. Great flash out by Elite Rooster. Very, very smart. And look just how tanky and how much damage Nasus can put out. I mean, props to Eglos. And he just tanks all the damage, getting all this focus, but it doesn't matter. Wanna know why it doesn't matter? Because look, Highwind's killing your inhib top. Killed your turret top, killed your inhib top, now your entire team is chasing around, your ults are down, Ash Arrow can't even come up here and stop this. Even if it wanted to, he would just spell shield it. He has a Banshee's Veil as well. So now Highwind is going to back out here smartly, expecting a response from the opposing team. Trundle probably going to push down this mid turret, but it doesn't matter because inhibs and base turrets are way more important. So now what they do, now what Team Teemo does, is they actually just get up, group up as a 5. You have this huge advantage you can see up here, that 14k advantage. Your items are way stacked, more than your opponents. Everybody on your team is nearing level 18, or should be close to level 18 except for Soraka, because she's way behind her being focused and supporting people, which happens. Just group up as a 5 and push down that mid inhibitor. So now then you have 2 inhibitors down, and you can easily push down the bottom turrets. Baron comes back up. If you even get to that point, you do Baron, then you push, you win. And that's basically, I mean, that's how I'm going to call the game's going to go out here. I don't see anything more spectacular happening out here. Aglos actually really great Nasus play. I really like to play this tournament. And there's all that burst damage, but doesn't matter. There's a stun. Doesn't matter. Here comes in Highwind. Going to spin around and put a ton of damage. Not get a kill. There's finally posted. Highwind's going to go down. J-Bot's going to go down. And there's the rest of his team damage. And there's that snipe for Cho'Gath. Cho'Gath is going to tank that enough. Great pop-up. Will survive. Little bit of a too early of a flash there. And Malzahar trying to move in. Now they should be able to kill this mid inhibitor. We are probably going to see an aggressive burst combo, maybe from Rubric, but I mean it's not going to be enough. I mean, let's just be honest. Just the item advantage is way too far ahead. The character level advantage is way out of proportion. And yeah, I mean this game should be over. They're heading towards Baron. Nasus does not have his ult, so it won't be as fast as it possibly could be, but who cares? Nasus ult's almost back up. They have a pink ward there, so again, smart pink ward at Baron. No, there's no buffs here, no wards here, even if they wanted to try to stop this. And they're going to get a free Baron. Because 2 inhibs down, you're locked in your base, trying to kill these minions. So now they're going to this Baron, and they can just straight push these turrets down. At this point, they're so far ahead. They're up. If you're up 15k like you are now, you have Baron. They might go back and buy first. You can literally, if they try to defend on this turret, you just attack. The turret can't do anything to you. You're way too far ahead. You do way too much damage. As long as the correct characters are safe, such as your AD carry is out of the way. Highwind can get focused. They can focus Mugagat all day long. They want Soraka. They can even focus. They can focus Nasus. Doesn't matter. Even OMG Bear doesn't matter. As long as Caitlyn's sitting in there dealing damage out with their AD and the rest of the damage combined is naturally just going to be enough that you're going to be able to wipe them under their turret. They can't do anything about it. So this game is basically over. I mean, there would have to be some miraculous like everybody gets disconnected on Team Teemo at this point to try to maybe lose this game. And I don't want you to sound defeatist, but this is just it's just the math of the game. You're down 16k. The other team is just so much more stacked than you that they really have to play really terrible, or you have to have some really crazy fed late-game champion like a Tryndamere with a team set up around it to keep him alive forever to try to pull that off. And it's just not in the cards. So, Waiting really want to kill Karma, but I mean, they can just group up their team and just push down this turret. And LeBlanc is dead. LeBlanc is dead. Here's the focus. Oh, double dash out, so maybe she isn't dead. Maybe she's not entirely dead yet. But Nasus should walk in here. He can actually almost one-shot this turret. It sounds funny. You may say, hey, Pato, there's a lot of life on that turret. No, Siphoning Strike at this point in the game does a lot of damage. If he walks up and hits that turret, which I would hope I would see, it's going to go down really, really quickly. I'm just going to push this. Yeah, I mean, Highwind's going to pop his ult. going to pop the Aegis and the Guardian Angel. Guardian Angel's gone. Now they can just push on this. They can just push on it. Just attack their team. See, wrong character getting shot by the turret. See, that's the one character I said that can't be shot by the turret. Turret's going to go down right away. They can just start a fight here. Cho'Gath can't do anything. There's going to be a pop-up. There's the pool. He's down. I mean, this is over. This is over. Great job by Team Teemo. Great game. Really, 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 really well played. And great bans. I must say, great bans. Good play by Mundo, but they just kind of lost the buff war, and I think part of that advantage is the fact that Highwind is on Team Teemo, so he is giving them a little bit of coordination, and that's probably what it is, better coordination from Team Teemo. Otherwise, good play by both teams. I'm interested to really see what happens Game 2, Game 3, and hopefully we get a really, really good game, some interesting picks out of this game.
Victory!